Hey guys, it's Sarah, welcome to Books for Tea. Today I want to make a video on my favorite LGBTQIA+ books. Now, I want to start this video with saying that this is a temporary list of favorites. I have not read nearly enough LGBTQIA+ books. I have not read from all the spectrums. I have not even read from all the letters. And I'm sorry for that. I will totally go out there and seek out books more that do feature all of the letters, because to me personally it's just a very important issue right now and I really want to read more. So the books that I'm going to recommend to you are books that I have read, that I loved, and that I think are really great and should be read by everyone. They are by no means a full list of great LGBTQIA+ books in YA. They're just books that I have read, and I think that the fact that I haven't really come across trans or bi or lesbian characters all that much is, for one, totally my fault, but it's also the fault of the YA publishing industry. But here are some of my favorites. I want to shout them out, I want everyone to read them, I want to spread lots of love for these books. First off, I want to start with one of my favorite authors who writes all of these amazing gay own voices books, and that is David Levithan. He is a great author, a great person, and I have loved a lot of his books, and they are always very diverse. So how I first got to know David was from reading Will Grayson, which he co-wrote with John Green. This is amazing. It follows two guys who have the same name. They're both called Will Grayson, and one of them is gay. And I just loved reading about it because I don't think that before this book I had really come across a lot of gay characters in my books. I'm not sure if I had ever read about any, but I was so happy. And I thought that this book was really great. I love John Green, but I also really fell in love with David's writing in here. And from then on I picked up more of his books, and I'm so glad I did. Together with Will Grayson there is a companion novel to the book, and that is Hold Me Closer, the Tiny Cooper story. So in Will Grayson we have one Will who is gay, but the other Will has a best friend who is called Tiny Cooper, and he is also gay. And he talks about wanting to be in musicals and wanting to be a Broadway star, and this is his musical written about his life. It is super funny. I thought that it was just hilarious, and yeah, I can totally recommend it if you liked Will Grayson. Then there's one of my favorite LGBTQIA+ stories, and that is Two Boys Kissing by David Levithan. And this is about two guys who want to break the world record for the longest kiss, and it's also about a lot of other gay or LGBTQ+ teens, and about their life, about their stories. It changes a lot between the different stories of the people, and we also get to see comments and the voices of the former generation of gay men who died of AIDS. So it was such an interesting way to write a book. I had never read anything like it. I absolutely loved it, and I can totally recommend it. And this also includes more than just the G in LGBTQIA+, because I think we have some trans characters in here and different kinds of diversity, bisexual I think. So that was very good. And yeah, I can just really recommend this book. Next on, I have the book that really made me fall in love with David's writing, and that is Every Day by David Levithan. I love this book so much. It will always be one of my all-time favorites, and it is about A, who is a person that does not have a fixed gender, because they wake up in a new body every day. And they fall in love with this one girl, and it talks so much about gender and sexuality, and I loved it. I loved it so much, and when I first read it I didn't even really understand all of the things that this brought up about gender, so when I reread it I was like blown away with how great it discussed all these things. But honestly, it's such an important read. I love it. I can recommend it so very much. And yeah, it really makes you rethink your views about gender, and that was amazing. Next on I have another Own Voices books, and that is More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera. I love this. I read it very recently. Adam Silvera is a Latino gay author, and he wrote about Latino gay main character in this one. I loved it. This made me cry. This was really sad. So this is set in the near future, so some people call it sci-fi because there's like futuristic technology in here, but really it feels like a contemporary read because everything is the same, except for the fact that there is a treatment where you can suppress and forget memories you don't want anymore, and I can recommend it so much because it was such an important read to me. And another Own Voices book that I just adore is Arian Dawn to Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sane. This is so good, you guys. This is so good. As I said, it's also Own Voices, it deals with a gay and I think a bisexual character. I have read this a year ago and I can't fully remember. Like, I remember that there is beautiful boy-boy romance in this, but recently I read that there's a bisexual character and I forgot. So I really have to reread this. I'm very much for bisexual representation. I need so much more of it in my life. I love this book so much. It's so beautiful. It reminded me a little bit of The Perks of Being a Wallflower for whatever reason, even though it's different. But I love this book so much. It was so beautiful. It has the most gorgeous writing. It has amazing characters. It's so diverse and great. And I recommend you all to read it. Now I also have another Own Voices book that I mainly want to just shout out for being Own Voices and for not getting any recognition in our community. I read this book many years ago. I know that I love the author and I know that I love the movie that was made out of this book. And it is Own Voices. So this is Struck by Lightning by Chris Colfer. Chris Colfer was on Glee, if you remember. He was Kurt on Glee, and that's when I fell in love with him. And since then I've been reading his books, I've been supporting him, I love him. And this was actually a book that he wrote, and then he wrote the screenplay for the movie, and then he starred in that movie. So it's just really cool to me. This is a contemporary story about a gay main character who wants to make the perfect school newspaper so that he gets accepted into college and he finally gets out of the awful small little city that he lives in. No one in school really likes him, he's really just an outsider and nobody really wants to help him with his school paper. So he tries to find ways to make everyone help him and to make sure that he gets this shit done, and I thought that was really fun when I read it. However, that has been years ago. I'm not sure if I would still like it as much, but it definitely is an Own Voices book that I think deserves some more recognition. And now we're moving from the Own Voices to the books that I think are not Own Voices, even though I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. The first one is Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. And this is the most beautiful contemporary I have ever read. This is about Simon, who hasn't come out yet but knows that he's gay, and he falls in love with Blue, who is a guy from his school, but he doesn't know who it is because they only talk online, and it is so cute. Simon is amazing. He loves Harry Potter and Oreos, and I love him. And yeah, I can really recommend this book. It's such a feel-good book. It's great representation, I think, and Becky Albertalli is just one of my favorite people, so read it if you haven't already. I love it so much. Another great book with gay representation is I'll Give You the Sun by Jenny Nelson. This book follows two twins, a girl and a boy, and the boy, Noah, is gay, and it deals a lot with his sexuality and his relationships, and basically it's about the two twins losing their mother and what it does to them, and it was very sad, very sad, very good. I really like it. I really want to reread it at some point, and I'm just so happy that we have another great YA contemporary that has good representation. Sorry for the change in angle and setup, I ran out of space on my memory card. Another book that's not own voices is The Art of Being Normal by Lisa Williamson. And this, as you can probably see from the cover, has to do with a trans girl main character. And there's another trans character in this book as well. So we have two trans characters, which I thought was really good. This is not on voices. The author has worked with trans teens and definitely knows a lot about the topic. However, I and some other people, what I saw on Goodreads, weren't too sure about the pronouns that were used in this book, and maybe that wasn't the greatest representation in some aspects. So while I do recommend it, while I'm really glad that a YA with a trans main character came out in 2015 already, I'm not sure if it's really the greatest representation, and we definitely have some better trans rep in YA now. And what I mean by that is that there's also If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo now, and I have not read this, so I'm not recommending it, but kind of am, because I know that this is on Voices and great representation. I love that we have a trans girl main character written by a trans woman author. So cool, so excited to read this. And if you are looking for a YA contemporary with a trans main character, I would definitely recommend this book, even though I haven't read it yet, because I just know that it's great and I really have to read it really soon. Alright, so those were my personal LGBTQIA+ favorite books recommendations. As I said, I will work on reading much more than just the G in LGBTQIA+, because it's so important. It's so important. I urge you all to pick up diverse books, LGBTQIA+ books, all the books with good representation. I urge you to talk about them and to shout out your favorites, because I want to see more of the books that you guys love and that you recommend and that you think deserve your voice and your promotion. And that's what I'm doing here. I hope that we can have nice discussions in the comments. I hope you won't be too offended that I haven't really been able to include all the letters of LGBTQIA+. As I said, I'm working on it. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Leave me your favorite LGBTQIA+ books in the comments that I haven't read and haven't recommended in this video. That would mean a lot to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you again in another video very soon. Goodbye!